Okay, live.
Now, yeah, you there.
That's good.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Live.
Hey, all right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, double honors to the elders, apostles, great wisdom, blessing to the hope and life, 1,000 part of the sincerity for wins. GMS Holland camp, along with the GMS Germany camp coming together. So out here preaching and prophesying the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom, the ushering in of the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? And being the time great great tribulation is about to happen upon the earth. We had actually a beautiful time for the Israelites, man. Because because we see through the signs and the wonders that the Lord is doing in the earth that our salvation is nearer than ever before. All right, we see how close Yahweh is to return back into this earth and redeem his people. Okay?
Second Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause.
Like, so speak the words that the Lord has put in our mouth, the words of prophecy. All right, the things that are to come. All right, and that's what we have been doing and are still doing to this day. We're out here preaching and prophesying to our people, to the children of Israel, the prophecy that was written in this book. Right?
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Words that are written in this Bible are faithful and true. Everything written in these scriptures come to life or have come to life. Right?
I believe scripture.
This word is going to the four corners of the earth. And that's what the scriptures say. Have they not heard? Yes, they have heard, man. Because the Lord has put the spirit of his men to be diligent in this work, and it's true. And to push this to the four corners of the earth. Let him finish that. Finish that. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the word and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And it shall run to and fro, and thou shalt be. And it shall run to and fro. That's what we're seeing right now. Actually, the people are starting to wonder what the hell is going on with this government, man. And Esau knows that he has but a short time. And knowledge has increased on the earth. Why? Because the men have done this work. They have revealed the hidden things of Esau. They have revealed the dark sayings of the Bible.
says here in the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 4. But what say the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even, even so, then at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
So to the present time also, there's a remnant according to the election of grace. Right? That remnant are the men that the Lord has woken up, has brought them out of darkness into light, into righteousness, to teach his word against them. Because we've done this many times. So the things that we've done right, that we're doing right now is the things that we've done in the past. The men that preached this word, we preached it before. God.
Right. This is Matthew 24 and starting at 20. But pray ye, no, 21. But then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
So for the elect's sake, the Lord has shortened the days. The days are sped up. It seems like time is flying. Right? You're looking at you look up and like, damn, the end of the so-called week is gone. Lord has sped up the time to do what? To save his elect. And Esau, what is he doing? Exactly what he's supposed to. Bring out utter wickedness, man. To push his agenda, his new world order. Right? To push the MOTP. Right?
This is 2 Peter 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth, as going into the salvation and delivering his people, his elect. 2 Peter 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
See? So the Lord is going to preserve the unjust, the unrighteous to be punished in the day of evil. But he's also going to deliver his righteousness out of the earth. So he knows how to deliver us out of the temptations that are going to come into this earth. Why? Because he's given us the rule book. He's given us the key right here. Keep the commandments. Right? Following the commandments, having faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Letting go of that old man, the things that we used to do. Following that. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been, and Yahweh requires that which is past. That is now, and that is being is already past. And the Lord, Yahweh requires that of the past. So that's how you know that the Lord looks at the things of the past, and he judges men for those things, man. That's why Esau is going to get his judgment also, because he thinks that he can just escape free and get away with all the violence and destruction that he's done unto the children of Israel. John, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah. So like I just said, eventually those fishers are fisher of men. We're out here fishing. Get them out of that water, that dirty water, to bring them to the okay? But eventually those fishers are going to turn into hunters. And they're going to search out the elect. Have the means to deal with underground. They're going to be in it. They're going to think they're going to get away from the destruction of this ICP. They think they're going to hide and be preserved. And everything will come out. Try to build This is Psalm chapter 49, verse 11. And it reads, their inward thought is that their house is forever, and their dwelling place all generations. They call their man after the king. Yeah, Russia, Germany, Switzerland, Costa Rica. They changed all Africa. Yeah, God. America, America Vespucci. They named all of these names after themselves, man. All of these lands after themselves, thinking that these things are going to continue forever. But they got destruction coming upon them. Go ahead, huh?
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
So Esau has but a short time. The devil knows that he has but a short time, and he's going to come with great wrath against the men out here preaching and prophesying also. Right? But through that, through those afflictions that we know that are coming, we're going to be tried as fire. We're going to be proved. We're going to be seen and deemed worthy for the glory and the promises that are that the Lord has promised us. That He's promised us the elect. Go ahead, Mike.
So I have another scripture here. Ephesians.
I got the Micah chapter. Together go unpunished, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, save Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Okay, so when you look up the word Basra, Basra is the chief city of Edom. Okay, so when that word says Basra, it's talking about the greatness of Edom, right? And Esau, Edom, that's the nationality, so-called white man. He's going to get punished for the things that he's done. Okay, he's not going to go unpunished. He's going to drink the same judgments that we've drank, same punishments that we've gone through. He's going to get those punishments also. The children of Israel have been placed under, destroyed, and had their name taken from, been destroyed on every side. Every nation had their hands on them. So the same thing that's happening to the children of Israel is going to happen unto the nation of Esau and the rest of the world also. Come on, go ahead, Alex.
Well, it says here, Psalms chapter 9, verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
Seven. Thou says, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
So that's talking about when I read that precept, the first thing that pops into my mind is Esau's military, man. Esau's military and the way his mindset of so-called America is. They have not been punched. They have not been defeated. They've never had a war in their own land, right? They said, who can take us down? Who's going to be able to knock us out, man? My military? You can't touch us, man. That's what Esau thinks. He thinks that his military is undefeated. But the Lord is going to destroy his military, man, along with the land of America, too, man.
I have a scripture on that. So go ahead. This is Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
So there's a lot in that. All right. So, but that's talking about Esau, Edom, and his nations, and the other nations also. The Lord's indignation is against the nation's army. That hatred. Okay? He has a hatred against it. And when you talk about the Lord, he's one of the many names that he has. the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, man. He controls military. He controls men of war. He's going to destroy the heathen nations, man.
Ezekiel 34 and 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh the power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel. What you got?
Obadiah chapter verse 3. And it reads, sorry, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus says the Lord power concerning Edom. You have heard a rumor from the Lord. The ambassador is sent from the heathen. Rise ye and let us rise up against their battle. Edom is talking. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Verse 2 and it reads, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Yeah. Now they have a problem with more time. So for us, of course, out of this four corners of earth, man, exposing the wickedness of what they're doing. Verse 3, now this is the point what the brother was talking about. It reads, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is there, that say, technology, all of that is only given to him because of the Heavenly Father, man. The Heavenly Father has allowed him to amass this technology, to amass this so-called army that he has. Okay? But the Lord is going to use those same things that he allowed him to create to destroy them. That's how you see that his pride is going to destroy him.
Jeremiah 48 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet come to pass, then shall that prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. So I'm going to read the rest of it. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, war and of evil and of pestilence. That's what that's right now. We're talking about starting that first book. Third, so we're prophesying against also.
Are wicked. We don't want the correction. Right? God has given us this law, and it's like you're talking to brick wall when you're talking to two-thirds. We don't want it.
Revelation is talking about his miracles, his technology, as you said. It's written in scriptures, man. This is Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And that's talking about the first time that they waged war in Europe as the beast, because the beast is going into the NATO, his military his military power, basically, you know. And the first time that they waged war, caused fire to come from heaven, basically in the Serbian War, you know. That's what it's talking about. The miracles is talking about technology and the military might that they have, you know.
Serbian war.
Exactly. And verse 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. So he was already he was dead. You know, the Roman Empire fell, went into exile for a season, but then he came back during the Renaissance and he built up his military power again, you know. And the how do you say that? The wonders is this technology, and it deceives them that dwell on the earth, which he has this media, you know. This is his media, and we were just talking about
Live.
the brother was just talking about the wonders. We had a problem with the camera. About the wonders and basically the miracles of Esau, right? And it's written in scriptures. And one of the miracles, I'm gonna read it again. It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 13, starting at 13. Right? It says, and he do it great. Revelation 13 and 13.
This is Revelation 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Exactly. So he does do it great wonders. And this is talking about, how do you say that? The military might that he had, you know? But the wonders is talking about the, how do you say it? Can you read that again?
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 13. He doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Exactly. So the wonders is talking about his military might as the beast, you know, which is NATO, according to the scriptures, you know. NATO is the military power of Esau, right? And they colonize, rape, rob, murder all across the planet Earth. And the Heavenly Father is going to destroy them soon, you know. That's why the Heavenly Father is rising up these Russians and these Chinese and these Japanese and these Indians to form alliances themselves, military alliances themselves, like the BRICS nations, you know. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they're going to fight against America, man. Because they, yeah.
This is Joel.
Yeah.
This is Joel. Chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, that all the men of war draw near.
Exactly, because read it.
Let them come up.
Exactly. This is what is happening in the world right now, man. We don't give a damn about Johnny Depp and Heard, the actress Heard. That's all. How do you say that? Distractions, man. You have war in brewing right now, man. Russia is talking about Finland wants to join NATO. Sweden wants to join NATO. You know, Russia is already talking about nuclear capable submarines in the Caspian Sea and saying things like that. We're talking about Johnny Depp, man. You know. So can you read that again?
Joel chapter 3, verse
This
9.
is like a bubble. This is like a lie, man. You know, the television is telling you a vision of this American dream. It's a dream. It's not true, man. It's reality, man. You know, read it.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Prepare war, because war is coming. You know, every so many times, so many years, war is coming. You know, read.
Wake up the mighty men, that all the men of war draw near.
Exactly.
Let them come up.
Exactly. So all these nations that have put their finances in military capacity and capability, you know, like North Korea and stuff like that, you know, they're all coming together to fight against America, man.
Germany just sanctioned how much? Like $4 billion for military spending. So they're arming themselves up also, man. They're arming themselves. They're taking that money that they will put into the economy and put it into the military industrial complex.
That's true.
That's what he's reading it right now, right here.
But they can't. Let them read that, and then I'm done, though. You know, I just want to explain this verse still.
Okay, go ahead.
You can.
Verse 2. And it reads, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
So all the money that has to go into infrastructure and self-reliance in agriculture, you know, stuff like that, you know, they're putting it in military spending, you know, missiles, the H-bomb, nuclear weapons, things like that, man, you know. Read.
Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about.
Exactly, like Holland, where we're from, you know, they just bought F-35s. You know, why would they do that then? You know, if there's nothing going on, you know, there is war, man. War is coming, man. You know, they already asking questions in the in the government about how they're gonna defend themselves against Russian airstrikes. Why did they ask these things, man? But we talking about Johnny Depp. That's more important, you know. Kim Kardashian broke up with Kanye West. Dumb shit like that, man. You know, we focusing on world things that are happening in the world in real time that are gonna affect your lives directly, man. The gas prices, things like that, man. It's gonna get worse, man. Famine.
Chicken. It went from 15 euros to 25 euros. It's 25, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was 26.
You know what I'm saying?
So it went up 2 years. It's crazy.
You done with that?
Hold on. Some of yourselves, verse 11, it reads, and some of yourselves and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Exactly, because the Valley of Josaphat is the Middle East. That's the last place that Esau wants to conquer, and that's the last place that he's going to be as well. You know, all this army
It's a lie, man, because the elites, they said,
So,
years, oil with
that's the system. Trying to keep it out of the sun.
why did the prices go down, man? Because they were exactly artificial supplements on the people. That's always been like that. Instead of all Bashem and check comes and destroys Esau, they take them out of the real shit. They real shit right there. There's also an agenda to break the people. You know, you slowly break the people down. And what do? You break them down to submission. That's what they do. They want to break the people into submission to basically accept their new world order. Because Esau is Dr. Frankenstein, man. He studies people's minds and how they react in certain situations. That's why he knows that if you don't feed them for a week, they'll start eating each other. How you know that? Because he's been testing. He's been putting people in certain test subject type areas. That's why he loved Hunger Games so much, man. I didn't even get the real hype about the Hunger Games. I saw that dumb movie. I was like, this looks like a game show. And it is. It's a show about your life and how you're going to react in certain situations. And that's exactly what they're doing here on planet Earth. You know? They're actually basically running a test on people to see how they would react. The whole shutdown for 2 years, from 2020 until 2022, that was a setup. That was a test, and now they know how people are going to react. So now they know what to do in the near future. They know how to handle it a little bit better. Because this is the first time he basically made the whole earth a prison. He already been doing that, but now literally in the eyes of men, he did it like on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Verified. This is from 2002. And also, when you really think about what he said, he pretty much ran a simulation to see just how far he can control people. And then what did he do? He told you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't go there. And he didn't even use food. He just used you controlling where you're going, what you do, and made everybody get what? The shot. He see like they're not even hungry. They're just gonna go somewhere and I can get them to do what I want. Yep. They're just gonna go there and I can get them to bend to my will, bow the knee and to accept whatever I give them. So he knows exactly what to do. So now he's gonna come with an even higher grade. He's like, now I know exactly how to control them even more. So the article's title. The article title is UAE. It's a UAE oil reserve to last 150 years. The UAE will continue to produce oil for the next 150 years, given its enormous reserve that the rank 4th in the world. Let me read it again. It says here that the UAE will continue to produce oil for the next 150 years, given its enormous crude reserves that rank 4th in the world. So that's just the 4th in the world. The 4th. What about the 3rd and the 2nd and the 1st? That's about, if the 4th is 150 years, why are we seeing the shortage of we see right now? Then place 3 might have what, 300 years? And together that's 450 years because it's not gonna go at the same time. Because the one has maybe like, start with every 400, you know what I'm saying? Maybe rank 1 has like 500 years. What's up with that? And you can add it together. But you can check that article for yourself. It's titled UAE Oil Reserve that lasts 150 years. So where's the shortage all coming from? Why is the gas prices going up? Because they're playing the game. And that game is called money. According to the book of Psalm 73, it shows you that it's actually powerful. This is exactly what the Lord wrote through Asaph in the book of Psalm 73.
In verse 1, truly, the Most High is good to Israel, and even to such as are of clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had held and I slipped. For I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
And they're very prosperous there. You know what I'm saying? They're very prosperous.
Okay. For their bands, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Their strength is firm, man. And they basically are very successful. You know, they don't suffer as much as the other nations do upon the planet Earth. Well,
Come. They are not in trouble as other men,
they're not in trouble as other men.
neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth about them as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Right. Because you see the Edomites over here, they don't move when you look, man. Their pride is covering them like, stand tall. You know, like you walk in a group, they're just trying to go in the midst of us, man. They wouldn't do that shit in Amsterdam, man. They would know what they like. They would know. But here, I haven't seen. We saw like what, 3 jakes. We saw like 3, 4 jakes or something like that, man. And them jakes that we see are tourists, just like us. They're not from here. You can see some of them come from West Africa and stuff like that. We don't really see jakes here in this particular neighborhood that we are. Maybe other neighborhoods, you know. But not this one. That's a very good business. Anyway, so they're very proud of it, okay, you know.
Therefore, like, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart can wish.
That's it. That's the scripture that I wrote. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They got trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars, man. They don't need more. But they do want it. They want that power. I was just speaking about Jacob Book. I see one right there. Yeah, but you know, I've seen less than 10. But the point is that they have more than hearts could desire. They have more than hearts could wish for. But still they want more. It's about that power, okay?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, and it reads, yea, also, because he transgressed my wine, which is his philosophy, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell.
He's just like the grave. He continually wants that food. Just the grave continually wants dead bodies, basically. So it's immortally hungry. Huh?
Like a vampire.
Yeah, it's immortally hungry. Basically, it doesn't stop it. It's like, sorry, it's perpetually hungry. Sorry, I said immortally, but yeah, kind of the same. But it's perpetually hungry. You know, it keeps it every second of the day. Somebody is being put in the ground, and if it's not a person, then it's the animal. If it's not an animal, then it's the insect. That's how greedy the grave is. That's Esau. He's just like hell. He continually wants everything and anything.
And he enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's the melting pot, man. Esau always wants all these nations together. And what you gonna have? You're gonna have certain classes that's gonna basically riot against each other. And they're always gonna have that. Because if you're in a country where only your nation is, it's not likely that you're gonna hate him just because of the way he looks. But if you're mixed around with a lot of people, that's bound to happen. They're like, hey, I don't like that guy over there. I don't like those certain people, stuff like that. He's just creating that melting pot. And the funny part is, the majority of the people, they really love going into that melting pot and living there. You know? If you look at, for example, Germany here, I see more Turkish people in Germany than I see in Turkey. And so many of them look like Turkey, man. You know?
You know, like he's so greedy. You know, he's so greedy as it says, he cannot be satisfied. Now, he got pretty much all the money. He got all the minerals, resources, the gold, gems, all of that, right? Now that he got all the riches, you want to have extra people. You want to have other people under subjection like he's the most high. You know what I'm saying? He wants to, that's why he's doing the things that he's doing. That's why he's breaking the people, you know what I'm saying? And keeping them so oppressed that even the little things that they will have, as I say in the fourth industrial revolution, then you will have nothing, but you will be happy. You know what I'm saying? This is how he's trying to push and manipulate those situations. So you can actually have people as like, what, man?
Because they said the fourth industrial revolution will be you. You're gonna change. This guy, he was talking about passing the DNA and playing around with it. Right. You can't even say too much on YouTube because just the other day, I wasn't even talking about that vaccine. I was talking about something totally different. It was vaccine, but it was not no COVID thing. And they clicked the video. I was like, yo, I was talking about your little COVID thing. Yeah, but you're doing medical misinformation. What you talking about? Those key experiments is real. But YouTube is that platform that has, I read somewhere, I did it in the video. It says that in what's it again? 45 to 50% of the internet traffic in the world goes to YouTube. You know what that means, man? Yes. Half of the people that use the internet, because there's more people that don't even have internet. But half of the people that use the internet, all the traffic, the data, you know, you got a telephone, you got data, you got MBs and stuff like that. If it runs out, then your internet goes slower. All the data collectively on the planet Earth goes to YouTube. That's a very, very, very powerful platform. It's so powerful. It's richer and more powerful than the majority of the countries of on planet Earth. See, YouTube has a voice, man.
What the brother was saying, the CEO of YouTube was also speaking about we made the better algorithm because we are speaking in quotes. She was over there speaking about it. You know, I made a video about it last week. You know, so you know that if they are over there, man, the CEO and she's a small head. I don't want to say too much, you know, but she's a small head. And we know what the small head is, you know. And see, they further their agenda, and like the brother was saying, like, hey, everything is filtered through YouTube, man. Most of the internet is through YouTube, man. So yeah, man.
You know what we're doing now? There's another interview that I made another video about it. And the video was about what they're trying to do with Google is this. When you type in Google and you ask for information, you get like 200 million results in like a few seconds, right? The guy at YouTube, I did a video about it. The guy at YouTube said, we want to reduce that to 1. All the research, all the searches that you know, the pages, let's say you search up herbs and for a headache. Then you get all these pages, right, that you can go and check. They want to actually only have 1. So they want to put the answer right in your face because the guy said the fact that you're getting so many results is a bug. It's a bug. They want to have the outcome printed right before you. Basically, they're going to chew the food and spit it in your mouth. That's what they want. They don't want you to chew your food yourself. Because then, you know, you might find a bone in it and then you spit it out. But when he chew it for you, you're going to get all the garbage and you're going to get it in your system. And that's what they want. But what they want. Have you ever heard this?
I like watching us. I know that in the comments. So like the opposite saying though, with how they're trying to control everything, and that's what they want to do. They want to be able to. They said now that they want to be able to control your carbon footprint, control what you eat, where you go.
The insect.
Yeah, man. They want to control you utterly, and who controls all things? The heavenly Father. So they want to act like they're the heavenly Father. They want to be put in that power seat. Because, get it? It's Isaiah 14 and 13. Thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. And I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. It's talking about that Esau wants to sit. He wants to ascend into heaven. He wants to be above the stars of the Most High. Now, the stars of the Most High are the Israelites. Going back to Joseph's dream, when he had the sun in them, can you get there? Can you get that? Genesis 37. The stars of the, he wants to be above. Let me read it again. Isaiah 14 and 13. Thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Did you get that in the dream? You get it?
Genesis chapter 37 and verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hid him yet their heart. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo,
Sheaves is wheat. So basically, he was gathering food in that dream.
and lo, my sheep arose and stood upright.
His sheep, his food stood upright.
And behold,
Because with wheat, you can make flour, you can make bread. It's basically a continual income of food. And that's why nowadays they grind Chinese hair or pig's hair or duck feathers into the bread so that the bread can last longer on the shelves. Those are the things that they're doing, man. That's why you get fat when you eat bread. You're not supposed to get fat from eating bread, man, because of the chemicals that's in the bread. That's why you turn fat. A lot of people nowadays, they won't actually go and hit the gym because they know they don't look good. It's the food, man. Back in the days, you didn't have a lot of people going to hit the gym. Can you imagine Abraham hitting the gym? Can you imagine Samson hitting the gym? No, because even King David said, the Lord teaches my fingers to fight. He didn't go to no martial arts school trying to get, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, man. The Most High put it in his spirit that he bust your skull. Yep. Right. Right. Yeah. Nobody taught that. He could beat up lions and stuff like that, man. That's what Samson did. There's no school that you can go to learn how to fight a lion.